and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. Today, Niantic has announced a new event that's going to be happening in just a few days, a double Stardust event, finally. They've also done a couple other things, including, well, apparently we're going to show the update on Golem, that we've been walking this guy a while. We have more than enough for another Golem to add to the Golem squad. But that's not what I wanted. The cool thing is we have a new shirt for free for global goals. If you haven't seen that, it's there. It's free. Pretty darn cool. Got a nice little white basic shirt. There is a raid going to be happening in 5 minutes. I'm not going to be doing that because I have a place to go. Which, by the way, I don't have a hat on. There's a Clefairy nearby. What? Anyway, Hatless Joe. You don't see this very often. But, very cool thing. Besides the Double Stardust event, which we're going to be getting to very soon, we have something even more amazing. And that is EX Raid Pass. So, we have an EX Raid Pass. It's going to be happening in just, I think, is that tomorrow? It's going to be happening tomorrow. So the video for that is probably going to be coming out Friday, Saturday. But we might be getting a Mewtwo on the channel, which is amazing. We're definitely going to be having a Mewtwo fight. Hopefully we can catch it. It's going to be at a Starbucks, and I'm so excited about that. Which, by the way, part of this, probably the title for this is going to be about Mewtwo. And that's because Mewtwo is basically an upgraded Alakazam, for all intents and purposes. So, if we go to here, a lot of the different top 5 Mewtwo counters I was looking at, and I want to give the average trainers counters to Mewtwo, because the top 5 counters right now are Tyranitar, Bite Crunch Tyranitar, Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball, Gengar with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, Houndoom with Snarl and Foul Play, and Bite Crunch Gyarados. However, most people aren't going to have Mewtwo, unless you've already been to Yokohama, or you've already had an EX Raid Pass. So, Mewtwo kind of gets taken out of there. Also, some people don't have a Houndoom, because for whatever reason, maybe you missed the Fire and Ice event, you don't have Houndours casually spawn in your area, or you're Mystic 7 and for some reason you're not evolving into a Houndoom. So, Houndoom might be out of the window for some people. A Bite Crunch Tyranitar or Gyarados might be out of the window because you don't have a Charge TM to get Crunch, because you used your Charge TMs to get Hydro Pump or to get Stone Edge for your Gyarados and your Tyranitar. So, and Gengar is a Glass Cannon. So, other possible counters that you're going to be looking for. Tyranitar is still going to be good. With Bite and Stone Edge, Tyranitar will still be a good Pokemon. You might just want to focus on Bite, though. Dragonite will be good, because it's good DPS. Any of the legendary Pokemon have pretty good DPS, so that's always a good start. Alakazam is going to be another kind of Glass Cannon. It'll be like using a Mewtwo, because Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball, same moveset, good DPS, but it's more realistic for most people. Also, Bite and Hydro Pump Gyarados will be just as good. Not as great as Crunch would be, but it will still do a lot of damage. So Bite Hydro Pump is still effective. Other Pokemon that you can use are, Pinsir and Heracross if you're in Florida or other regions where Heracross is possible, with Bug-type moves. So, I've been going through my Heracross and saying what they have. This Heracross here is Counter Earth, Counter Earthquake. So, Struggle Bug, Mega Horn for a Heracross is good. Pinsir with, I think, Fury Cutter and X-Scissor is a good one. If you have a Scizor with Fury Cut and X-Scissor, will still be a good moveset because Bug-type Pokemon are actually super effective against Psychic types. Snorlax will be a good Pokemon if you have Lick and probably Hyper Beam for Stab, but Lick Snorlax could be a good anchor Pokemon for you because Ghost-type attacks will be effective and Snorlax is a tank. So kind of more simple options. Of course, Houndoom still with Snarl and yeah, see, like, even my Houndoom, I don't have Charge TMs anymore, so mine is Snarl and Fire Blast. So I will definitely be using, like, personally, I have a few Tyrantars and a few Gyarados, so I'm going to be 3 Tyrantars, 3 Gyarados. Spoiler alert. Other good Pokemon, any Pokemon with a good Bug-type attack, a good, like, actually Feraligatr with Bite and Crunch, or, you know, this one is Water Gun and Crunch, and my other Feraligatr is Bite and Hydro Pump. So Feraligatr is also a good Pokemon to use. So there's a lot of Pokemon that you can use if you don't have those top 5. Like, I know someone who just got their first Tyranitar a couple days ago. So those are kind of like the layman's, like, ooh, what's that? What did it turn into? Electabuzz. I got really excited for a second because I thought that was a Raikou right by my house. That happens so much with Zapdos too. Electabuzz would come up, and I would think because of the color scheme, but no. Anyway, on to the next topic. Alright, the next topic for the video is the Equinox event, which is going to be pretty darn cool. Also, it could lead to some other things. So let's go through this real quick. It's, you know, the reason for it is, you know, the Equinox is coming. So from September 22nd, 1 o'clock PDT, to October 2nd, 1 o'clock PDT, which is probably going to be about 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you'll have the opportunity to earn double Stardust, which is amazing. It's what we've all been asking for. It's what we want. A double Stardust event is great. So catching and walking eggs is going to be key to this. And then while you're out exploring, be sure to visit local Pokestops and gyms to collect special 2K eggs. So these are kind of like the same thing we've seen at Chicago, at Yokohama, at the Unival event. These special 2K eggs which have the chance to be a good Pokemon. So Chansey, Mareep, Larvitar out of a 2K egg instead of a 10K egg. By the way, I have to go through my eggs real quick because I'm kind of triggered. In a good way, but not in a good way. You'll also be able to get special boxes from the in-game shop that feature items like Lucky Eggs, Lure Modules, and the all-new Super Incubator. So, of course, we're kind of used to this during events. There is the special boxes, the little cash grab. Depending on how good the actual boxes are, it could be pretty good. And then registering a new Pokemon to your Pokedex during this limited time celebration will earn you triple the normal XP. So with a Lucky Egg on, you'd be getting 6 times the amount of XP you would be getting versus a normal evolution. So very cool. If you still have Pokemon that you need to evolve to get a new Pokemon, this is the time to do it. Also, towards the end of the event, all the dogs will be cycling through. So don't forget that Raikou, Entei, or Suicune will each travel to a new part of the world on September 30th, which is right towards the second half or the latter half of the event. So new legendary Pokemon will be in the area. The old ones are going out. So I'll be saying goodbye to Raikou. Hopefully we get Suicune next, because I have a ton of Raikou and Zapdos that I can use against a Suicune, whereas versus Entei, well, I have my Vaporeons and my Gyarados and whatnot. That'd be cool too, but I kind of want Suicune. Alright, now we gotta go back to Pokemon, because I need to show you these eggs that we've hatched. Alright, so, raid's still going on. I need to charge my phone, actually. Charge? These? Alright, there we go. So, if we go into recents, also, I have two 5k eggs and a 10k egg going, but, wow, I did not mean to press that. We caught wild jump bluff, which was kind of cool. That's not what I want, though. That is not what we're going for right now. So, here we are. I've hatched two Pichu. One I actually transferred, but we've hatched two Pichu, neither of which were shiny. So it's kind of just, and then right after a Pichu that was not shiny, we got a Tyrogue, and I was so excited because this is literally the last Pokemon in America, in the Americas, that I need. Because the other Pokemon I need are Mr. Mime, Kangaskhan, and Farfetch'd, and Hitmontop. Hitmontop is the one Pokemon I still need in the Americas. And I went to appraise it, and I was on... So it's a good IV Tyrogue, which is good, but its defense. It's 15 out of 15 in defense, so that means another Hitmonchan. Another one. And then we got two Chinchous, a Magby, and a Houndour, which, you know, isn't terrible, but isn't great either. We have caught 9 Raikou in a row, which I'm going to show you actually real quick, but I had a 10k egg that I hatched. We got another Mareep. Another really bad IV Mareep, but we got another Mareep, which is pretty cool. There we go, it finally loaded. So we have another Mareep. We actually have enough candies to evolve our one random Flaffy catch that I got. But it's only a 200 CP Flaffy, so we're not going to do that. Now then, we're going to use one of the new features for the first time on the channel, and that's searching by legendary. So we're going to go through and we're going to look at all the legendary Pokemon. I just did that, but... So, 9 Raikou. And we actually caught these in a row, which is ridiculous. So, if you saw the last episode where it was my Raikou rating, like just ridiculous luck, it was 0 for 5, and then we went, what was it, like 5 in a row? From 0 for 5 to 5 for 5, something like that, crazy. And since then, I've caught every Raikou that I've battled. We also have the 3 Articuno when they re-released the birds. We have quite a few Zapdos. We got, looks like 10 Zapdos, which is crazy. 3 Lugia, 4 Pokesquads. We have 4 Pokesquads. We have 4 Articunos. And we have our one Lonely Moltres. So we have a pretty good amount of legendary Pokemon, which is really, really crazy. Anyway, that is kind of the episode right there. Alright, so, like I said in the first kind of part of this episode, is that a lot of people don't have, or the suggested top 5 or top 8 Pokemon, you know, might not be feasible for everyone. So there are other options. Really strong bug-type Pokemon, such as Pinsir, Heracross, Scizor, even Scyther. Scyther is pretty good DPS, actually. I've used it in a couple battles where it actually did pretty good damage. So, good CP Scyther, Scizor, Heracross if you have it, Pinsirs with bug-type moves will be a good match against this. Pokemon that have just random bug-type attacks for no apparent reason. Sometimes you get a Rhyhorn or a Rhydon with Mega Horn, which is a bug-type attack. You have Snorlax with Lick as a ghost-type attack. And Snorlax is a tanky Pokemon, so using that as your anchor, maybe. just having regular Pokemon that have Bite or Crunch as attacks could be good. Arcanine, like quite a few of my Arcanine have Snarl and Wild Charge for some reason, but they have Bite or Dark type attacks. So when you go into your raids, don't stress out if you don't have 6 Tyrantars, or obviously if you don't have a Mewtwo, you can't use a Mewtwo. So hopefully this was kind of helpful. If you did like the episode, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. A Mewtwo is coming to the channel very soon. Subscribe if you want to see it. It will be one of the first raids in Florida done, so I'm very excited about that, and it's going to be super, super crazy. I can't wait. So God bless, and see you for the next episode of Pokemon Go, where we're going to be getting Mewtwo, hopefully.